920 volts in this box. So again, if water gets up in there, you talk about walking towards it, you might get some tingling. If it's on fire, the equipment's already shot, we don't want it back. Just let it burn. Do not spray water on this. Don't try to cut the lock and get in it. This is the secondary pedestal. Again, there can be 120, 240 volts in here. And again, this can be 7,200 up to 19,920. The other thing is low voltage lines. I didn't mention those very much in there. These would be the low voltage lines coming to the weatherhead. They run from 120 up to 480. They do have a covering on them, but again, it's not insulation. It's just a covering on there to protect the wire from weathering. So what you want to do is just don't make contact with these wires. It's real convenient here. You got this cross arm, closest pole. That's 12 kV construction. Again, the 3 hot wires are on top, A, B, and C phase. Between any of those 2 wires is 12,470 volts, and from one of those wires down to ground is 7,200, like we're going to have here, and the neutral's below the hot wires. The next pole over, further away, that's our 35 kV construction. Between any of the top 3 wires, I'm sorry, not the top 3, the very top wire is the neutral. So neutral's on top on that one. On the 12 kV, it's down below. On the 35 kV, again, the neutral's on top, then you have 3 wires below it. Between any of those any two of those 3 phases below the high voltage, it's 34,500, and from one wire down to ground, it's 19,920. And out here around the corner, if some of y'all can see it, that's 138,000 kV transmission tower. Greg, are you ready to take the grounds off? Okay, Greg's going to take the grounds off our arcing trailer. And like we always say, if it's not grounded, it's not dead. We've got the truck and the trailer bonded together. We've got an earth ground over here for our safety, and we're also standing on 40,000 volt rubber mats. We've got our cones on it. We've got 100,000 volt hot stick. Okay? We have a fuse here in line to protect us if anything goes awry. Got our rubber gloves, got our PPE, with our hard hats. I'm going to put my flash glasses on.
We don't get any?
Here's our generator I talked about. We're going to fire it up 120, 240 volts. It's going to backfeed, something you would never do. Near the bottom of the transformer, it's going to come out 7,200 volts up on the line. How come the bird can sit on that wire up there and never get hurt? It's going to be 7,200 volts.
It's not grounded, it's at the same voltage as the wire. And if it's at the same voltage, current doesn't flow, right?
You have to have a difference in potential, a difference in voltage. So that bird's up there on the wire, that'd be just like you in a car. You could sit in the car all day. You'd be at 19,920 volts, but you're not going to get hurt unless you make a path to the ground. You touch the vehicle and the ground at the same time, you're in trouble. It'd be the same with that bird. If that bird could reach its feet all the way down the ground, it would be in trouble. As long as it stays on that wire, it's fine. Now, I understand Greg's going to do something here with what you call your hot stick. We're going to fire this up and... Yeah, I can do that too.
All right. Remember to turn your face, right? You operate breakers.
Okay, watch the wire. It's hot. It's dead. It's hot. It's dead. It's hot again. Did the wire change? How many red lights do we have on our poles telling you that it's energized? We don't have any red lights. So always assume it's hot. Alright, Greg's going to demonstrate something here with your voltage detector. It says it's on high. The rubber glove on. Now we took the rubber glove off. until it arcs over. Once it arcs over, you can draw an arc. Again, on the high voltage lines, like the transmission line, it can jump out a foot or two. Sometimes crews have said, people say, hey, I saw your people at center point using a rope to move wires. First of all, we don't move energized wires with a rope. We will use ropes, special ropes. We have nylon ropes in touch to move wires, but we always use a hot stick. So we're going to show you, here's a brand new, dry, clean rope. We talked about resistance. So this is nice and dry, brand new piece of rope. How about if it's a little bit wet or dirty? It immediately starts to conduct if it has a lot lower resistance. We don't use wires, we don't use ropes to move our wires. So I hope you never think you can throw a rope over a wire and move it. Next thing we have is a tree branch. We talked about how trees have water and sap in them. Tree branches root and duct. Watch the top of the branch for the steam coming out. Immediately when it makes contact, the current is traveling on the inside and outside of the tree branch. The next thing we have is the hot dog. The hot dog is similar in heat and moisture content to your finger. Again, that arc is at 35,000 degrees. Like yesterday, your hand made contact with high voltage lines. If it's going through your hand, no, it's going down your arm. It might go across vital organs in your body. It's going to go down your legs, the ground. You'll at least get third-degree burns. You may get sixth-degree burns, which burn up the bones in your body. We talked about a rubber glove just having a pinhole in it. And it can only take a blink of an eye. That's how much time it might take to crush through your life. That's it. That's all the time it might take to crush your life. Again, if you come into contact with high voltage, you might go into instant cardiac arrest or affect the part of the brain that stops your breathing. Next thing we have is a hat to show you if you come in contact with high voltage line, your clothes will catch on fire. Water and electricity don't mix. We all know that. Craig, please draw some more arcs.
Tear a line down right now.
Greg's going to put the grounds back on the trailer, and until he does, we still consider it energized and hazardous.
Did you tell me to say that Texas won't let me carry matches?
Well, I wonder why.
To start a fire in a fire station. I want to remind you again, look up and live. The left center point energy is telling you the deck conductor is grounded and dead. Always consider it energized and hazardous. Any questions? Nobody had any questions either. We either dazzle you with our brilliance or we put you to sleep. I don't know. Maybe it's all way over your head, which I doubt.
That was a good presentation.
I think this gets the point across. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can talk in here for an hour, but once you see this and smell it and hear it, it lets you know what's really going on if you make contact.
David and Greg, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Greg's not done.
Didn't safe?
Did you tell him,
What
David,
did that say?
the difference between genius and
Dumbass.
Greg says, do you know the difference between genius and stupid?
One says it's electricity, one doesn't.
The difference between genius and stupid is that genius has a limit. That's the words of Mr. Greg Dietrich.
Do they know why there are linemen?
Tell us, Greg.
Firemen need heroes too.
That's why we have linemen, Greg says. His son's a lineman. Greg was a lineman. The firemen need heroes too. That's a lineman. Please wait on us. We'll get out there as fast as we can. If y'all come up here, form a single file, we got some, what we got given away today, Greg?